Hi there, I'm Helen.
I'm Donna.
And welcome to Teacher Talk for Parents. On this episode, we are going to talk about back to school time because we're starting to see those commercials, Donna.
See those, yay! We see the commercials, like the little girl doing cartwheels at Target and school supply.
I remember when I was teaching, because here in New York, we get out of school late in June.
We do.
And by, the day after 4th of July, those ridiculous commercials are on TV back to school. Yeah. It's like, what is...
Target doesn't care.
It's not just Target.
You're right.
It's Staples. It's like
Dollar
every
General,
place.
Everywhere.
Anyway, parents, I know you see those commercials too, and it's back to school time, so we're going to talk about preparing just, mentally and just generally what you should know for your child. In today's episode, we're going to talk about kindergarten and first grade.
Okay, the young ones.
Yes, preparing them mentally for school, and then giving you parents out there an idea of what to expect, what they're going to learn in those grades.
Yeah.
Kindergarten and first grade. And then the next episode, we're going to talk about second and third grade. And then the episode after that,
we're seniors, about 4th and 5th grade.
4th and 5th grade, which is way more of, your area.
Yeah.
I taught 4th grade 1 year, but Donna taught it, a lot of years.
I taught 4th grade for 4 years and 5th grade for 1.
Yes. But I love those first graders. That was my grade mainly. And 1 year I taught kindergarten.
Okay. How'd that happen?
They put you in all different grades when you're teaching.
Yeah.
You have your number one that you would like to have, but sometimes
first choice
they put you in other places. And when they put me in kindergarten, I thought, hey, it's just 1 year difference. No big deal. Big deal. It's a big deal. I was teaching first grade for years and years, went to kindergarten, and I'm like, what the heck?
I think parents know the difference, how there's such a difference between 6 months of just watching your child grow up. You can see such a big difference in them a few weeks, a few months, especially a year. There's a big difference between a first grader and a second grader.
Yes. Okay, so let's say you have a child going into kindergarten, and please make sure that they do kindergarten because here in New York, it's not mandatory, and yet it's so necessary.
Yeah. I find that it's interesting, too, that a lot of students, some students do not start school until first grade. It seems...
Yeah. In first grade, I had a few students that never did kindergarten, and you can tell that they were just behind.
Yeah, they're missing some stuff.
And missing some things.
Yeah.
So, parents, we recommend highly kindergarten.
And pre-K. Yes, those are important foundational components of your child's learning. Not just academics, but emotions and just learning how to work with others. I think those are very important. I think it's a good idea. Pre-K, kindergarten, definitely for your child.
Yep. Okay. So when I was teaching kindergarten, here are the things that I always thought, it would be so great if they knew this. All right. So first, let's talk about what is happening in kindergarten.
Okay.
In kindergarten, it's all about them learning their letters, learning the sounds, learning numbers.
Yes.
It would be amazing if they came into the classroom actually knowing their letters.
Yeah.
We don't have to go too far, parents, for them to learn their sounds. We'll do that in school, even though that's a bonus.
That would be great.
That would be bonus.
Yeah.
But just visually knowing this is an N.
Yeah.
Point to the R, and this is some, stuff that you can do at home,
That's right.
or driving in the car.
Yeah. They should be able to identify the letters.
That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Identify.
They should be able to see it, know it, say it.
Same with numbers.
Absolutely.
Up to what number would you say?
30.
Ooh,
30
I was
is the
going to say
number.
20. Donna's tough.
They should know up to 30. If they know up to 20, they can go up to 30.
Ooh. Okay.
Right?
So,
Maybe not.
let's say 10, 20, up to 30.
Yeah.
They should be able to identify those numbers
Yeah.
starting kindergarten.
Agreed.
Ah! But, parents, if you're thinking, what? Well, not quite.
Right.
No
Don't be
problem.
nervous.
I mean, there
It's
are
okay.
plenty of kids that
Yes.
we're telling you what we would love to see.
Yes, I agree. They should be able to say, see, and identify those numbers.
Another thing
Uh-oh.
to do before the first day of kindergarten, writing your name.
Yes, and knowing their name. There are some kindergartners I've taught that don't recognize
Know their name?
their names. And let me tell you why. Many times in a household, they might have nicknames for their child. So when parents come in and enroll their child, they have their documents, and that name might be completely different from the name that's used in the household.
Okay.
So if I'm calling you Helen, and your mom calls you, I don't know, or Hele, then you're not going to respond when I say Helen.
And the teacher's probably not going to call your child
We're not using nicknames.
a nickname.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Unless it was like, John instead of Jonathan.
So your child should know their name. They should be able to identify their name as well. So their name as a way to practice, write their name on their book bags, or write their name on their coats, or write their name on the back. A lot of parents know how to write their names, the child's name on the tag in case it gets lost. They should be able to see their name and say, ooh, that's my name.
Here's a tip, parents. Write your child's name on the tag of their coat.
Yep.
When winter time comes around.
Yes.
And their lunchbox too, on the inside, everything. Things get lost.
On the inside, yes.
Little ones, they leave things everywhere,
Yes.
and it would be really helpful to have their name on the tag
Yep.
and
so
on their things.
when they see it, they need to know that it's theirs, that it's their name.
That's a parent tip right
Parent
there.
tip, please.
But yeah, it would be super helpful if they knew how to hold a pencil.
Yes.
Write their name. Does it
Yes.
have to be written neatly?
No.
But it would be great if they knew and recognized the letters in their name and how to write it. Now, once again, it's okay if they don't. Don't panic, because there's only 2 weeks away from school starting.
Yes.
But, we're just telling you the wish list of what teachers...
And ideally
fantasize
with
about.
that 3-finger grip. So a lot of times,
Oh, yeah, they start
they
kindergarten
come in
and
like this,
right.
So they should
hold
be
it.
using that 3-finger grip.
Which takes
for their-
time. It really does take time.
It does.
It takes time.
It's practice.
It's practice.
Yeah.
Just know that teachers from day one, those are the things we're working on. Holding the pencil, writing your name. Shapes.
They should know the shapes. They should know basic shapes. Square, circle,
You're saying
triangle.
coming into kindergarten.
They should
That would also be helpful.
They should know it. Parents, they should know it.
Yes. So these are the things. If they don't know it, of course, that's what is taught in kindergarten. We're teaching shapes. We are teaching identifying numbers. We are teaching identifying letters. And then we're taking it up a notch and going to letter sounds.
Yes.
Which leads to ultimately reading. But it's step by step.
Yeah.
But you always want your child to be prepared as possible.
That's right. And expose them to these things. That way, when we are ready to teach them these specific concepts, that it's not a surprise. They'll say, oh, we learned this. My mommy showed me this. My papi showed me this. I know this. I've seen that before. That's a triangle, like at the top of a house. We'll be able to have some really good quality conversations because they've been exposed to these concepts before they come to me.
Exactly. Okay, and another thing is having a chat with them before school starts.
What do you mean by that, Helen?
I mean that in kindergarten, you know, it could be, it's a tough thing.
Yeah.
Your parent is dropping you off somewhere and leaving you.
Yes.
It is hard.
Yes.
But just know that as a teacher, the teachers are not interested. I mean, yes, you can hug and, you know, hug it out, but there's a limit.
Yeah.
Because you can't have parents in the classroom, like they have to know. I mean, you can, but you know, you don't want half the class of parents on day one. It's about time for school.
Yes.
You're a big boy now. You're a big girl now.
Yeah. So a tip for that is to prepare your child weeks before. Have a dry run where you have things ready the night before for their child to go to school. The next morning you wake them up, wake them up and you pretend to go to school. And maybe you leave them in the living room for 30 seconds. Just, okay, it's time for school. Have a seat. Bye-bye. I love you. And then leave them. 30 seconds and come back. How did you do? School was great. So you're practicing, you're preparing them mentally, emotionally for that day.
Right. And I must say that for the most part, most of the kids are fine day one.
Agreed.
But there's always that one or two that...
Yeah, that's just really emotionally connected.
Yeah.
And
sometimes it lasts even longer than a week.
Weeks.
Right.
Weeks, yes. There are always a few. I would say there's always a few that need a little extra time. And we're allowing for that time, parents. What we're doing is just giving you suggestions to prepare your child. You know your child. So if you have a child that might be a little bit more emotionally connected, you might want to practice, do some dry runs, give them an opportunity to get used to the idea of being away from you for a little while.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, and just tell them what to expect.
Yes.
You're going to be in school. You go to school to learn. You're going to be, you know, in meeting new kids.
That's right.
I'm
so proud of you. I can't wait to hear about your first day and your second day and all the things that you will learn.
Make sure that you're nice to everyone.
Yes, exactly.
And remember people's names because these are going to be your friends.
These are your friends. You're going to have friends just like your cousin. Remember when she went to school? You're going to be like that. Remember when your uncle, he went to school? You're going to be like that.
And now that I'm thinking back to first grade, names are important. A lot of the first week or two is all about your name and
your classmates' names.
And your classmates' names.
True.
Like learning your name.
Yes.
Learning your classmates' names, learning to recognize their names written because they have I mean, in kindergarten they had name tags.
Yes, and it might be on their table, on their desk.
Definitely written on the desk, but I think that I even bought them like the what's it called when you put it over your head, the name
like the
tag?
lanyard with the name
tags?
tags?
I even had that.
Fancy teacher.
Yeah, I guess I was nervous about kindergarten. I was like, you need a name tag around your neck in case like you wander off into the hallway.
Listen, that's valid.
Because they wander.
They do. They're not quite sure where they are. But yeah, it just goes back to having your child be prepared for kindergarten on that first and second and 80th day. So give them some help with all of that by supporting them before they come to us. This is a month before. Start the countdown. Have a calendar. Get them ready. Talk about all these things.
Even a couple of days before. Just prepare.
Definitely.
How about, Donna, a chat about lines and lining up?
Yes. And, you have a big thing about lines, I see.
Well,
it's an important skill.
It's important.
Yes.
I mean, every single grade, it's about lining up for lunch, lining up to go to the bathroom, lining up to walk to the cafeteria. In line, you walk one behind the other.
Yeah.
In line, you stay one behind the other.
That's right.
It's not a big distance. You know what I would tell my students? I would tell them that they're like soldiers and they have to like stand up one behind the other.
Yes.
And I would even use dominoes as an example to show that, look, if one domino is way far apart from the one in front of them, they're separated from the group.
And
it's like I tried so many tricks in kindergarten
There
to
are
just
a lot of
get
tricks. Yeah, I get that. It's important, and it's not just because we're trying to raise them to go into the military. We as teachers are in charge of many students, including your children, and it's important for us to have a certain amount of control over that group. If children are not in a line and they wander off into another group, they're then lost. That could be a big problem.
And there are plenty of groups of children in the hallways.
Yes, we're moving around. So
Yes.
we're doing that so we're all safe, parents. We're doing that so we're together. We're safe, that way we can be accountable, and your children can know who is in charge. Where are we going? What is happening? And we are all together as a group. We are a family. We're together.
It is like a family.
Yes.
It's definitely is. And another mini conversation about always stay with your teacher,
stay with your
or
teacher.
always stay with your class. Don't go away from your class.
Yes.
Those conversations are big because
important.
teachers definitely have them. But imagine if parents, you were having them as well at home, then they would know, oh, yeah,
I have to stay with them. Yeah, and it goes back to that safety issue. That's very important. We want your child to be safe in school, definitely with us while they're there. So teaching them how to be in line and stay safe and check in and make sure they're with the teacher and focus on the teacher are very important skills that they need to know, and they should know before they get there.
Yes. So in kindergarten, we're going to be learning about sounds. So we have some really great resources for you guys as well. To go to at home. In kindergarten, I use Starfall a lot.
Yes, that's
to
a great
learn sounds.
Starfall.com, excellent resource. We'll link that in the box below so you can see. But Starfall.com is a great resource for
many
grade.
different subjects.
Yes, and I've used it
grades.
for all grades, from pre-K to 5. I've used Starfall, so it's an excellent resource.
And I use that a lot for learning sounds. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, my child doesn't know how to identify their letters or their sounds, they don't need to know their sounds going in, but just know that you could go to starfall.com and expose them to the letters, and it's in a cute, fun way. And then once they learn their letter sounds, they're going to learn how to read. Well, they're going to start learning about putting books together, or
putting words together to make
sounds
sentences
together.
Yeah.
So another resource we have for you guys is there it is. I'm sorry, I'm looking around for our notes. Raz-Plus.com. So it's Raz-Plus.com. And it's so great. They have all of the reading levels, and where you're, for example, in kindergarten, there's level A books, B, C, and by the end of kindergarten, they should be around C or D.
on a C level,
So you go to raz-plus.com, and they have all reading levels. You go on there, you click on a book, and you can actually read the book right there. And it's amazing.
And it's free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so great.
We've used that in the schools that I've taught in as well. Raz Kids, I think it goes by different terms, but raz-plus.com. Raz Kids is another one. You can Google that. And they have a lot of great resources for kids. I mean, the fact that you as a child can go onto a website and read a full book, that's pretty cool. So
that is your level.
We're not getting paid for this. We just like the website. It's a great website.
Very true. We're just promoting the things that we also use in the class, and it works. And then one for math is K5 Learning. So it's K, the number 5, learning.com. And they have math worksheets according to the grade level.
That's good. There are a lot of great websites out there that can support you. These are just a few. There's a bunch of them. We'll definitely have some resources for you on our Facebook page as well.
And so these are just ideas for you to go to before school starts, and to prepare your child for that back to school times, because It is right around the corner.
It's coming!
And that's kindergarten. And you know what? I think we're going to have to talk about first grade in our next episode, Donna.
Yay, first grade!
We got carried away with kindergarten.
We can talk about kindergarten for a minute.
I got all those flashbacks of just everything that they needed. And I wish that, how they could be better prepared.
Yeah, just a little.
Anyway, parents, your takeaway for today.
What's the homework?
Go to one of those resources that we just gave you and try it out. Starfall, Raz-Plus.com, or K5learning.com. And we'll put the link at the bottom of wherever you're seeing us. We have a podcast. We have a YouTube. We're on YouTube.
On all the things. I'm going to keep saying
Facebook, Instagram, Teacher Talk for Parents. And that's your takeaway. Go look up one of the resources that we gave you and try it out.
Let us know. We're curious and nosy. Let us know how you did, what you found, how it worked for your child, what they liked, what they didn't like. And let us know what resources you use. We know there's a lot of resources across the country. Teachers are always sharing. So we're going to now share with you, parents. So what resources are you as parents using that you find helpful? Or maybe resources that you're using that you're not sure if it's good for your child. Feel free to share, ask.
Make comments.
Yeah.
Because we are learning, we are talking and communicating with each other.
We're having chats.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time.